What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Mo Beast. I know it's been a long time, and I say that every video for the past several videos that I have. And that's gonna change. I said that too, but I have made the decision to be more consistent with YouTube for several reasons that I'll probably mention later on. But I don't want to take too much time. I want to get right into the video. But please do like and subscribe to the channel and press the notification button. I do have some other videos I'm working on, some VR centric, some are not VR centric. They're all game related. So if you're a fan of the channel, like my content, or just a supporter, please like and subscribe as I pump out more videos. So let's get right into it. So I want to talk about this experience that I had last year. I know it was a year ago, but this does add some weight to what I'm about to say. I had this experience with the meta movie last September of 2022, and the fact that it still resonated with me a year later says something. I was supposed to do a review on this last year, but I completely forgot. Got busy, and I didn't really make any videos last year. So as I was sitting down here, instead of gaming with the headset in front of me on my PC or my consoles behind me, I was like, what videos should I make? It has some things down, but the one that stuck out was this one. I was like, this is the first one I gotta make. It's literally a year ago. And the fact that I remember all the details and it still left an impression on me and I still think about it till today adds some weight to what I'm about to say. So to give you an idea what the meta movie is essentially a escape room D&D VR experience. You are in a group of people or just by yourself where you are a hero and there's an overarching story. There are some things that will change based off how you are and your character. You can either stay in character, how you normally are, or you can make up a whole new character and behave totally different than you normally would. Most of us do that in video games anyways, especially RPGs like Skyrim, Starfield, and all these other games. So there are elements of choice based and how you interact and how you do things will shape the story. There are puzzle interactions, there are investigating stuff, there's action stuff, there's story stuff. So there's a lot going on, and there are actors, like I mentioned. To give you a little bit of disclaimer, we were a test group. I reached out to the creator at the time. I was like, hey, I heard about this meta movie from the Between Realities podcast, and I talked to Skiva. I messaged him. I was like, hey, what is this really about? I was kind of skeptical at first. I was like, I'm really into choice-based stuff. I'm into story-driven stuff. I'm into VR. I'm into escape rooms. How did this person already make something like this in the early stages of VR? And something like this this is the first of its kind that I've experienced and I've seen at this level in VR. Really shows the future of VR and interactive experiences in VR. There's a huge future. I mean, some of us have played choice-based games or RPGs that have choice-based elements. How much that can add to a experience or to a game. So to have it in VR and you're completely acting it out and it's based off of you in terms of your voice, your emotion, your level of immersion in VR, that has a whole other dynamic to this experience. That's why it's called the meta movie. So that's kind of what it is. I reached out to him, like I said. It's like, there's a large group of us. There's about 4 of us, me, my wife, and 2 friends. We want to do this. He's like, okay, we normally do 2 to 3, but we can accommodate, and we want to test to see if we can handle more than our normal capacity for the actor's sake, in terms of managing the chaos and making sure everyone's having fun and being interacted with. And the fact that if Neos can handle that many people doing so many different things. So like I just mentioned, it is in Neos. It's a world that's built within it. If you haven't heard about Neos, go ahead and look it up. It's essentially a sandbox for VR. So what we ended up doing was we had orientation day, which is the day before, and the owner took us around Neos. This is my second time. Everyone else was their first time, so they were mind blown about Neos and the sandboxness of everything. And I'm the most experienced one in VR, but I was still having a lot of fun. I learned a lot of new things in Neos. So that they kind of get you ready in before the experience. You don't just show up and you're like, well, what's going on? He kind of gives you a run on how things are going to go, gives you a summary of the story and all that stuff. All right, what's up, guys? I just want to pause here real quick. what ended up happening was after I had recorded this video, um, the Meta Movie announced that they will be moving from Neos to Resonite. I think as of today, October 6th, 2023, at the time of this recording, they have Resonite has released, and the Meta Movie announced a few days before this that they will be moving from Neos to Resonite. So if there's any mix-up or anything, so it might run differently, might run better. Just a heads up, this video was recorded based off of Neos. I had recorded it on Tuesday, so about 3 days ago. So just want to give you guys a heads up. So back to the video. And he made sure all our equipment's all ready. He asked us what we were all using. We're all using Quest 2s. My Rift S actually died the night before, and I had to run to the store like 8 o'clock at night before they closed to make sure and swap out my Rift S with the warranty and to get a Quest 2. So we all had Quest 2s and all had 30 series GPUs. So fairly modern PCs. That's the only hurdle you would have to run with, other than finding a group of people. Is it's PC VR exclusive. Now, if you have a gaming laptop, like a 20 series laptop, you'll be more than fine. I've tested out in my past video running Half-Life Alyx, Pavlov, Blade and Sorcery, and I think it was another game, and it ran fine. So Neos isn't graphically intensive like some of those other games, so you'll be more than fine to run off a laptop. But we did use the cable link, which I really recommend, so you don't have any lag issues or any other connective issues. Because if you disconnect and they jump in and there's a pause in the story, kind of takes away from it. So other than hardware, I recommend having a good group of friends or people that you know in the VR community that you have chemistry with, because it adds to it. It adds to it because we're all acting and there's a lot of interactions. So having a good group of people is definitely worth it. So the main thing I really want to go over, I'm not going to go over story. I'm going to leave that for you to research in the summary and experience, because I don't want to go over spoilers. But the production value of this really lands with the passion of the creators and the actors and interactions of everything. So what I mean by that is, like, Neos isn't very graphically intensive. If you've seen videos of it, it's very basic. It's not Half-Life Alyx or any other graphically intensive VR game. It's very basic. So the level of immersion in VR is fairly normal. But where you really have fun is how you can tell these actors, they've done it so many times, they have a lot of fun with it, they feed off your energy, and you essentially shape your story. And I guarantee you, if you have done this, if you do this experience a couple different times, you're going to have different experiences and you're going to have different levels of immersion. Also based off of how you are. If you keep playing the same character, having these same lines, obviously you're going to get the same things. Sometimes they'll switch it up on you, pretty sure, but it also depends on you. It depends on you, your group, and the actors will just take it from there. There are funny moments, there are serious moments, there are moments where you have to do investigating, there are action moments, there are puzzle moments. So there's a lot of different levels of different dimensions of immersion, and that you would see in a movie, that you would normally if you were acting out in a movie. So literally, that's why it's called the Meta Movie. So thumbs up to the cast and the people who created this. You can tell there's a level of passion and a lot of effort went into this. And I'm pretty sure more difficult times than good times. And you could tell from the creator himself, from the actors, from the team, from the cast, from the developers, they really put a lot of work into it. And to keep a group of people of 4 for an hour, it's about an hour, plus or minus depending on how your story will go, entertained and immersed in a story, in an experience, is not easy. Because most of us that do escape rooms, there's a game master introduces you, and then that's it. And if there is a level of interaction, maybe the game master will talk to you over a speaker or a walkie-talkie. But to be in front of you as a character and make sure you're involved and you're acting and they feed off of what you say and make it entertaining or monumental to the story is very difficult. I had a complete different experience in certain moments than the rest of my group. there was things that we were separated or we had veered off in different parts because, like any other movie, there are things that are playing out that you may not see on screen that are shaping the story. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like a character is as at the grocery store, he gets a call, his sibling died. So that act had to happen, but you didn't see it on screen. So that's essentially what's happening. And that added, when we talked about it at the end, there were things that we didn't know what was happening, and they didn't know what I was doing. So that added a whole other level of like, wow, like that was just really cool to experience. And we talked over everything, how everything played out. How did this happen? Why did this happen? Oh, it's because that happened, blah, blah, blah. That's all I'm going to go over in terms of the story. But that added a lot to the production value and the immersion. So definitely thumbs up to the team. There was only one issue that I had with the gun, the weapon that I had. I think there was a lag. They were explaining it to me because they were still at the time, like I said, we were the test subjects for a group of 4. That was the largest they did at that time a year ago. But now I see they do larger groups now. Last time I checked, but I would definitely check their website and see or contact them. There was a delay in the projectile from the gun, so it would either take a while for it to move forward, or as I'm walking, I would run into it and I would just die. So, but that happened later on in the game towards the end. And the fact that that was just only one aspect of the movie or the experience, I got to have other, like, it wasn't just about running around and shooting. There was so many other elements in the experience that didn't really take away from it. It was very small, but that was only the really main issue that we had. That's pretty much about it. Like, it's about an hour long. You definitely don't realize the hour passes very fast. There was a part I was so immersed that they were trying to end the story. The experience was ending, but I didn't catch the hints. And they kind of nudged me like, oh, my friends were like, oh, this is ending. Oh, okay, let me play along. I was like, yeah, let's just keep going. So that's how immersed I was. The cast was super friendly at the end. They had an award show for us. It was all fun and laughs and giggles. And we got to meet the rest of the cast that was working behind the scenes to keep everyone running. So the actors that you're seeing, there's some people behind that are not in character. They're running everything. I got to talk to some of the developers that like put everything together. So that was really cool, especially from a game dev perspective, as someone like learning and aspiring to do that. It was really, really cool to talk to everyone at the end and have some fun. And the award ceremony was really cool. So if I would recommend this to you guys, I definitely highly recommend it. Check out their website, check out their social media. If you have any questions, comment below. If you have any questions, actually just contact them and check out their website. If you don't have any friends that would do it, like I said, we're all in different VR Discords. We're all in VR subreddits. I'm pretty sure there's people out there that you already know in the community or you can reach out to do this experience. So I definitely highly recommend it. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. If you had watched this video and done it, let me know down below in the comments. Message me and we'll talk about our experiences. If you haven't done it yet and you watch this video and that pushes you, come back and let me know if you've done it and if it lived up to the hype. Take care, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Be on the lookout for new videos. Peace out and stay in VR.